Sun's out, guns out, summertime. Welcome to King Midas Collects. It's new comic book day here for the Comic Talk. We're live over on that twitch.tv. Just there can be only Vaughn. Hashtag one take Vaughn. I think that's going to go trending soon as we do this kind of live. We got the chat scrolling. Everything's working. We got books to go over. Finally getting around to some books that we picked up. I picked these up 2 weeks ago from a place called Barbarian Comics. In fact, right there in the chat scrolling, Storm Treader was with me when I picked up all these books. So we're finally going to go over a few of them. I only picked half of the pile because we got our new comic book days to show you. Comic book days. New comic books for new comic book day to show you guys, along with my comic shop, Lone Star Comics. Purchased books from last week that finally came in this week. You know, every time you order stuff, it's always going to take a week or two. So mine are bigger. Brandy's muscles are bigger. Anyway, let's get right into it. So we're going to show off the My Comic Shop stuff from last week. I added this because we found another Frizen cover. You can't have a comic talk without some Frizen. This is Swords of Sorrow. The B cover, Jenny Frizen. The A cover is a J. Scott Campbell. So that's on the wish list too. I kind of want to find it, and I'm sure I can find it in a back issue bin or a dollar bin somewhere. We're gonna be going to Captain Chuck's one of these weekends coming up and trying to see what they have in their back issue bins. That's up in Baltimore. Next up, we have Dynamite Never Dies, number 4. This is the M cover. This is the Violet Barrio cover. It's all about the colors here. I ordered the cover A, so that should be on its way from Things from Another World at some point. It's like a super provocative cover. I was reading an article over on Comic Book Invest, CBSI, and one of the guys over there was mentioning how it seems like Barrio's trying to. It's almost like certain covers are getting too provocative, but they sell, right? They're always going to sell. Next up, we have Walking Dead issue 40. This is the Julian Tedesco cover. I never saw this one until somebody mentioned it in their must-have pickups. So I love the white, the negative variant, or the negative of this cover, rather. So it's a really cool cover. Next up, we got some Shannon Mayer, Vampirella Unholy, issue number 6. Again, with that sex appeal. We missed out on this one last week in the store. It's supposed to be in my pool for my LCS, but it wasn't in there, so I had to order it. Captain Marvel 38. And then the banger from last week. I only paid $50 for this book, and now it's about 100 or so. It is in mint condition. I think with long-term spec, this book is going to skyrocket. We have Miles Morales 38. The variant 1 in 50 variant cover with Billy Morales on the cover there, Spider Smasher. Really, really cool cover. I'm glad to have this. And we're going to immediately move that into Mylar and take care of that one because that one's going to go up. Next up, these were the LCS pickups today. So we have a third printing for Ghost Rider number 1. I always try to pick up the subsequent printings because they're low print runs. You always want to pick them up. The variant cover for Star Wars 24. With Luke and Leia there. Kersantin, I don't know how is that how you pronounce his name? Star Wars Tales Kersantin. So this collects Star Wars 1415, issue 20 from the 2015 series, and Star Wars Dr. Aphra Annual number 1, which you can see on the back. So it's just a collection of Kersantin stories and his first appearance in comics. Amazing Spider-Man issue number 3. Apparently Sakura Spider is a new character, so this is her first appearance in that book. That will probably be a hot spec, but like a quick flip, if you will. And then again, more Jenny Frizen, Savage Avengers number 2 with Cloak and Dagger. Somebody was saying that they didn't like this Frizen cover. I don't know what's wrong with them. This cover is fire, and it's Frizen. She can do no wrong. Legion of X issue number 2. We're going to continue with this one for a little bit and see how it plays out. Then we have 2 issues of Twig. We got the A cover, and then we have the Scotty Young cover there. So this story has been pretty good. I'm enjoying it. It kind of straddles the line between being for kids, with it being cutesy, but also has a lot of adult themes in it. We have the A cover for Batman 124. And we have, I don't know why I have this, but it was in my pull box. Fortnite Marvel Zero War, issue number 1. So 2 years ago, Batman and Fortnite was a huge, huge deal. It's polybagged. That means that there's a code in there for some Marvel skins. That's going to be hot for a little while. But mind you, in about 6 months, you're going to see a ton of those in dollar issue bins. Fork and knife. All right, so now we're going to show you guys some of the back issue books I got out of Barbarian Comics. What's great about a store like this, an LCS, is that there are so many books that anyone working there, the store owner or employees, cannot possibly sift through every single box. I mean, there was like 150 long boxes of comic books. For them to reprice books if the secondary market dictates that a book goes up in value. So you're going to find a lot of stuff at cover price or even less than cover price, which is exactly what we found. We found a lot of gems, and we're going to show it off to you guys here. So we have, first up, Aquaman 33. This is a Josh Middleton cover. The Josh Middleton covers are starting to rise up in price, so be on the lookout for those. Another spec-worthy book here, Angela, Asgard's assassin. There's potential that she can show up in the Thor movie. So everyone's riding on this. So we picked up 2 copies of that and a couple more here. Issue 3. And these are spiking in price too, because it was a low print run series. 2 issues of number 3. Here's the another series that they did, Angela, Queen of Hell, H-E-L, issue number 2. And these are all done by Stephanie Hans, so they're fire covers. Issue number 3. Issue 5. We got this for cover price. Issue number 6. 2 copies of this one, and because she's fighting Jane Foster on the cover, it skyrocketed. It's about a $20, $25 book, FMV. Next up, we got issue number 7 of Queen of Hell. Angela's first solo series here, number 1 when it was still with Image, so that book will climb up, I guarantee you. We picked up the collector's edition of Static Shock. Check it out. Glad to finally add that to the collection. Some J. Scott Campbell Danger Girl. We picked this up because 1 is J. Scott Campbell, but 2, it is double the cover price or more, I believe. You know, I checked the FMV for a lot of this stuff, so it goes up. Anyway, Catwoman, we got Adam Hughes. You can't really tell because it's like very minimalist there. Issue 54 for Adam Hughes there. Some Josh Middleton Catwoman, issue 49. Then we have these bombshell variants. I'm trying to collect all of these. Issue 43 for Catwoman from the new 52 run. We have a second printing for Captain Marvel from the 2008 series. So second print number 1. The Crew, issue number 4, trying to complete every single issue from this series here. I'm missing 2 books. What's up, Liquid? Good to see you. Good to see you, Liquid. Darkness Tomb Raider, the Dynamic Forces variant there. Jay Lee cover. Look at my Tomb Raider books. This is interesting. I think this is wrong. Or somebody paid for this book and had to have got something else within the listing, but the listing specifically for cover price said that this book was over $100. This is Grim Fairy Tales Myth and Legends, issue number 13. FMV for a couple months was at $100, and there's nothing special about this book as far as I can tell. FMV's dropped to about $56 now, but you know, I picked it up for cover price just in case there is something about it. I don't know. So we'll see. Picked up Grim Fairy Tales issue 61. I thought it was an art germ. I was mistaken, but got it for cover price. This one I was kind of bummed about. Grim Fairy Tales issue number 5. I said this in a previous video. If you find any of the first 25 issues of this series, pick them up. Low print run. They're worth about at least $20 each. I paid $8 for this, but it's the second print. I thought it was the first print, so whatever. U.S. Agent issue number 1 for $1.50. I don't know if there's any spec still with that. This was a good find here. Runes of Ravencroft Carnage, issue number 1, first prints. There's 2 of those. Again, if we're doubling, tripling, quadrupling FMV or cover price, we're winning. Found some Savage Tales. These books are about $20 each as well. Good to find these. Arthur, yeah, Soydum. I have to figure out how to pronounce his name. Next up, I didn't know Frizzen did a cover for this series. Elephant Men. Elephant Men. I think this is issue 42. Yes, that's correct. Issue 42. There's 2 of them here. Some early Frizzen here from 2011 time frame, I believe. Found some Batman White Knight that was low priced. Issue number 8. This is the first Sean Murphy verse Batman. Incredible story. Found I believe this is a second printing. Not sure, but this is the one that's kind of valuable. So each one of the printings have some price to it. Then we have issue 7, issue 4. And then to finish it off, no other way to finish it off but with some Castlevania. We found the IDW series, 3 issues. We found issue 5. I didn't have this one already, so now we have all 5 issues of the limited series. But he also had issue 2, and he also had issue 1. That's a $45 at least book right there. We're gonna change out that bag and board. It's got a couple of color breaking spine ticks, but it's still Castlevania. Glad to add some more Castlevania to the collection. But the highlight, of course, is our Miles Morales 38 from last week. Glad it came in today. Happy to have it. We have another pile from Barbarian Comics to go over, and this pile right below me to also show you guys. I don't think I've shown you guys any of those books yet. And then Things from Another World. We have some variants coming in, all sorts of great books. As far as shows coming up, like I said, Captain Chuck's, which is in Baltimore, Maryland, they're doing an anniversary sale, I guess, and having food and all sorts of other vendors there at the store, which is really cool. June 25th. And then I just got a flyer for next month on my birthday, July 24th. There's another comic book show. Probably not going to go to that one because I'm supposed to be at a baseball game that day. But I guess it depends on what time the baseball game is, and if anyone wants to go with me. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I've been trying to post as frequently as possible. It would mean the world to me if you checked it out. Give it a like, drop some comments down below, and join the Discord. We talk about pop culture 24/7 over there, so I'd love to have you to continue the conversation. So thank you so much for tuning in, checking out the books King Midas collects. We bag and board them. See you later.